If you in there, nigga, I'm ghost.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back with House of the Dragon, and we got Season 2, Episode 3, The Burning Mill. As ancient grudges resurface, Rhaenys suggests restraint while Daemon arrives at Harrenhal to raise an army for the Blacks. I'm not sure, but I think next episode is called Dance of the Dragons or Dance of Dragons. I don't know, cause I was trying to look it up so I can like get all the. Cause even on some other stuff, like before the series premieres, I can get the episodes title. So even if I don't see it right here, I can like, still say it. But yeah, that's why I have that one. But I'm ready to jump into this. As you can see, I read the title, so that means it's not the night of. So, before, granted, me talking here for 1 minute is not gonna like get me to open up my phone and see a spoiler, but still. But yeah, that's gonna be this one. But yeah, I'm ready to jump into this one. But before you do, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want early access to full uncut reactions to your favorite shows, movies, as well as other videos, or if you just want to show support, click the link below to the Patreon. Now, back to our normal broadcast. Appreciate that, me, and let's get it. Bracken name sounds familiar. I don't remember from where. Wasn't Bracken the one like when she was trying to get an heir? Not an heir, when she was trying to find a husband, the kid?
Fuck the assize. Fuck you.
Ooh.
It's Bracken, man. Babe killer. What did you say?
Stand on business.
Your false queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Ooh.
You're both craven. Little God.
Time to draw swords. There you go. Come on, man. Stand on business. You got a dagger? You ain't got no sword?
You wouldn't dare.
Fake ass, yeah, say goodbye. You're done. That's tough. Fake ass, what's his name? Timothy Chalamet. Like, why did it take so long, bruh? Golly, bitch.
Otto Hightower would never have allowed this. Hotter blood has prevailed, I think. The young men have taken the bit in their teeth. They wish to punish, to avenge.
Hey, at least she knows our hair.
I do not believe she once said.
She sent a raven. I do not care to read her message.
At least read that.
She permitted it.
As you permitted the murder of a little boy in his bed.
Ooh. Hey, she kind of got you there.
Is in King's Landing. Her son sits my throne. There is nothing more to be said.
Your husband sent assassins to kill her baby grandson. And we team black on these sides, but come on. At least read the message. It's not going to fucking self-destruct. You don't have to be swayed to what she's offering. She could offer a truce and you could be like, nah, I'm good, and rip the fucking message up. But at least read it. Look at these niggas just sitting. See, this is people that you need to get on. You wanted to get on my mans and then send him to his death because of your doing. Meanwhile, you got other King's Guard just chilling. Bro's leaning, chilling. Oh, he's a hand now. That's tough. I forgot about that.
Tomorrow, your grace, my lords.
This is weird.
You've appointed new knights to the King's Guard, your grace.
To replace those we lost. The last one needlessly, some might say.
I will turn the crown land houses who declared for Rhaenyra to our cause. We will add their numbers to our own and then turn west, where I will enlist.
Look at Connor from Detroit Become Human. Detroit Become Human gameplays and then a game and channel description down below.
So like to be destroyed by the first stronghold you meet. A bold scheme indeed.
Well, the gods favor the bold.
They did not favor.
Hey, exactly. I was about to say, bro.
She'll want to answer for Zarah.
We will be more like to encounter one if we field one of our own.
That is precisely why you must remain, brother. It's a brave thought. We cannot risk your loss.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
Stop it. Yeah, it's like, I'm a drink to that. That's a truth or drink. Like, what are we talking about?
What price would you set?
A place at your court.
You said your earnest desire was to flee Westeros.
And you let me go. You showed me grace when you could have withheld it. I'm not often surprised.
Hey, that's a good thing. Hey, user spies. Hey, you chilling.
I know the workings of the Red Keep and the movements of those who serve there.
Nice little shot right
What
here.
is worth more than gold, you know?
Exactly.
Are they always like this?
Sea smoke, my late lord husband's dragon.
No, he's just chilling.
Fleet. We cannot know why.
Maybe he's lonely.
Maybe Laenar actually died overseas, and he felt it.
The Red Keep is in disarray. They have sent one assassin in the night, and their dragons are ever a short flight away. You must take the little ones further. To Pentos, I think.
When my mother died.
It is safer than anywhere in Westeros.
Where your mother died? Your mother died. You're saying this like she got assassinated.
But I ask you, make this sacrifice willingly. For all of us. Your Grace.
Is that a yes or? It's gotta be the Stormlands, cause holy skadoodle. Oh, this Harrenhal. I knew he was going to Harrenhal, but I'm tough. Granted, if I seen this, I'll be like, yeah, Harrenhal is cursed. I'm good, bro. When the scene first started, I'm like, why is he taking a stop to the Stormlands? But I guess you know your castle's fucked up when they don't even have to show like a familiar shot, and just from looking at little bits of the castle, you're like, oh yeah, that's Harrenhal. Like, bro. Nigga holding a sword like he John Wick holding a gun. Yeah, this does sound haunted, bro.
I, Sir Simon Strong, Castellan of Harrenhal, pledge fealty to Rhaenyra of House Targaryen, first of her name. I swear...
Who is this bitch with attitude? With the fucking quagmire chin.
What then brings you to our corner of the Riverlands?
Harrenhal is the largest castle in the Seven Kingdoms. Or perhaps that has escaped your attention.
Well, it is also, not to be argumentative, in something of a state of disrepair.
Exactly.
Incinerated much of it with his dragon.
Well, that is precisely why we must bring it into a state of repair.
Not possible.
Begging your pardon for the impression. His grip on his bannerman is weak. They feel they can do as they please.
I will speak with him nonetheless. People should obey their liege lord, whatever his condition.
Got a flashback of Viserys.
May the Seven guide you. Good night. And lead you not into shadow and death.
I thank your grace for her prayers, and request that she grant her favor.
Bro. Whoa, whoa. Your brother need to hold it down. I don't know how. I don't know when and why. I don't know. I feel like someone else need to get Kristen Cole up out of here.
The value of a sword is not within its scabbard.
We will secure victory with armies, not with dragons alone.
And not with armies alone.
I bade farewell to Rhaena before I returned.
I wish her well. I would fight 100 battles before I went into exile with none but prattling babes.
Alright, so I guess she accepted.
If something were to befall you,
Then it is well. I have much to attend to.
Corlys.
Why does that sound like a last, like, conversation? I'll be honest, I don't remember what happens to y'all two in the books. I just know, like 3 to 4 people's fates, and that's it. And one of them, they literally said it in Game of Thrones.
You will bear our hope for the future.
Your Grace.
Mama. Can we hear, like, what she... I thought she was gonna say something. Like, oh, hey, well... It sounded like she was gonna say something like, on the bright side, da-da-da-da, and then it cut to... Then it cut to, Mama, or... No, I don't remember what it cut to, but... Then she looked like she was about to say something else, didn't say it. Tough.
I love Jaehaerys, but my concern has been more for you and what you have endured. Helene.
Stop looking that direction.
Another is that his grace was outwitted by his councillors and persuaded to fly to war with Sir Criston, so that Queen Alicent may reign in his absence.
Look at him stirring the pot.
Shall we escort you to the dragon pit, Your Grace?
I think mayhaps I shall fly another day.
Yeah, it does seem wise on reflection.
Upon reflection, the boys' reactions on the channel. That sounded like some Homelander season 4 episode 1 shit. He made a whole circle of yes men.
Yeah, my darling. One for the flagon, one for yourself. There's a good girl, eh?
This dude. Yeah. Ugly ass laugh.
Nice hair.
Yeah, because I'm their half brother, you fuckwits. All right. Yeah, I'll tell you who else doesn't have silver hair.
Ooh,
The
wow.
rightful heir to the Iron Throne, my nephew, Prince Viserys Velaryon.
When the music cuts off at the wrong time.
Drinks for all. At the pleasure of the crown.
He's like, I thought I was the man here. Oh, it's a continuation. I was like, oh, let's see what the brother's up to now. Or maybe he'll catch brother here. Yep, there it goes. You lucky that's your brother. If that was not your brother, king or not, you would have to pack it up for your life right there. Now, granted, like I said last episode, you lost some cool points with that whole little exchange. Go ahead. Why she throw it into the fire? Okay, cool. Bruh.
We're exposed.
What? Cole?
Oh, say goodbye. She trying to eat clouds up here. Everyone's trying to play fucking free-for-all. Some are playing team deathmatch. No one's trying to play domination. No one's trying to play search and destroy. Now, granted, get Kristen Cole out of here. I'm not gonna lie to you. You see the Glen again? Nah, she about to skedaddle. She about to skedaddle.
We must move under the trees and by cover of dark starting tonight. And no fucking inns.
Nigga, bro, get out of my face.
Could you be certain it was Cole from such a great height?
It was not such a great height, Your Grace. You said not to engage, so I didn't. Exactly.
Your Grace, we commend.
That's what I'm saying. Free for all, bruh.
I have heard your arguments.
Don't
consider them.
Okay, bro. You need Damon there. Like, if Rhaenys gonna be on one shoulder, you need Damon on the other shoulder, and then you need to, like, come together with those. Because you're, like, looking towards, like, your son. You're not gonna send him out. Bela, I mean, she already engaged when she was told not to. Yeah, exactly. You heard that sword, and you're like, alright, yeah, I'm good, bro.
Always coming and going, aren't you?
Who is this?
And I have to clean up after.
Oh, wow. Shout out Millie. Why do you see the child version of Rhaenyra, though? I get wanting to bring back the actor, but I'm just curious.
What do you know of the movements of Alicent Hightower?
Would you take her hostage? Or kill her outright?
I would speak with her myself.
Killing
It's
her
like...
would be easier. She is the Queen Dowager. She goes nowhere without many eyes watching her.
Except what is it called? The Sept. I'll be honest, I only thought of that because I think it's in the thumbnail for the thing. When you click on it. I think so, yeah. And it just shows Rhaenyra, and it looks like the Sept. And she's like in a hood and shit. I don't know, you could've... I don't know if this man got hands or anything like that, but... I would've dressed like 2 knights up. Had them sheath like... I don't know, like some daggers or some shit. A little bit of chainmail underneath. Okay, cool. You got one person though. And bro looks like a good 55. Unless he's Sir Barristan. I granted he's no Sir Barristan. He's no Mountain, that's for sure. And he ain't no Arthur Dane. Hey, he gonna have to see me. You can pull out that dagger. I'ma still fold you. I think that was a thumbnail right there.
If I could cry out, your knights would find me. I would be taken or slain. But not before I killed you.
Hey, gotta have some sort of backup.
Oh, I've begun badly. We watched the tourney together, you and I.
That's...
Rhaenys has counselled me. She said she saw in you a wish to avert the worst of what may now come.
Oh, well, she's powerless to stop it anyway.
I am a mother too, and you have yet to answer for the murder of my son. I repudiate that act with all my heart. Of course you do. I'm usurping my rightful inheritance.
Hold on, what if she brings up what Viserys said, and then she can say, oh, well, actually, he was talking about this. Or at least, I mean, she would know whether she discusses that with Alicent or not.
Listen, your father changed his mind.
Okay, here we go.
I have been at times unkind, but never untrue. I pronounced before all gathered in that room that you would make a fine queen. Do you think me capable of such naked deceit?
What did he say exactly?
What did he say?
Yeah, exactly. Speak, Alicent.
It was hard at times to understand.
I didn't ask for all of that.
He said he was the prince that was promised to unite the realm.
Oh.
What? I desire peace as you do, but to Viserys. Did my father use those words?
Exactly.
Did he? Yes, he did.
It's too late, don't whine.
It's a story he once told. About Aegon the Conqueror.
It's too late, don't... Hey, things have been set in motion. Bodies have been... Yeah, exactly. Your pops was plotting already, so... Hey.
You can prevent this, Alicent.
It's already done.
A terrible war is looming. And even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss. Do not let your pride blind you. There's been no mistake.
Okay, now you're making the mistake. Okay, so everything has been a mistake that you can't even tell
it's too late
that a mistake. Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing that's accurate right now. My man refuses to stop cooking in the studio, bro. Was that face like I'm on go right now? That face looked like, hey, I'm on go. All right, it's up now. Hey, that's all I wanted to. That's all I wanted to see take place, of her at least knowing that she did hear that this happened, and knowing that her father didn't actually retract it, as well as Alicent knowing that, like, it's like we have to commit to this. Everyone's already like I said, there's no rewinding. Now, if they would have had a little talk, that's why I said your pops would have ruined this shit anyway. If they would have had a little talk, and then and like there was no plotting with Otto. Oh yeah, he changed his mind. Yeah, right. What did he say? And then he talks about this, and then Alicent can't really say nothing at that point. Oh shit, he was talking about Aegon the Conqueror. Hold that L. That's tough. But let's get that next time on in the behind the scenes. BRB. All right, next time on.
Only weeks ago, my lord husband was alive, and the realm was at peace. You might be half the king your father was.
Tread carefully.
I'll watch.
Ooh.
All who refuse will have their death.
You afraid, sir?
Worse. I'm rational.
My father believed that iron was meant to unite the realm. I needed to know that there was no other path, and now I do.
Hold to your courage! Hold to your wit!
You must send the dragons to war. The horrors I have just loosed cannot be for a crown alone.
House of the Dragon. Yeah, it's up now. That definitely got to be that title definitely got to be Dance of the Dragons.
Fate on the field of battle.
That's Ser Jorah.
Whatever stands in your way. You were meant to.
For Rhaenyra, it's a really outlandish risk to try and go to Alicent and say we are the only two people left at either of these councils that have the power, influence, and desire to see about a peaceable end to this thing.
Your false Queen Rhaenyra is a kinslayer.
Your uncle declared for Aegon, did he? Aegon Targaryen is no true king.
The Brackens and the Blackwoods are ancient foes and rivals. One of the big ideas about this series was generational conflict. That's the standing
Yeah, I
of
think
the
that-
Blackwoods and the Brackens when we first found them, which is a sort of microcosm of where House Targaryen is getting to.
They haven't
That definitely got to be the.
in the Riverlands. It's 40,000 swords if they all come together under one banner.
I will enlist the Brackens, subdue the Riverlands, and take Harrenhal.
Bold scheme indeed.
Well, the gods favor the bold.
They did not favor Sir Eric.
One of the pivotal scenes is the first day of Cole's work as Hand. We've always seen Cole as a strong, brooding guy. And this was a moment to peel back all those layers and understand what he's like alone in a room with himself.
It's such a massively anxiety-inducing day for him because the Hand of the King is a diplomat's role, and he's always been sworn protector to the Queen. Now that duty of care has been passed on to someone else, and suddenly all eyes are on him. That's a very nerve-wracking thing.
Cole is a terrible choice to be Hand of the King.
Exactly.
Aegon's ultimate goal is to have someone who is a feared warrior but not a great politician because he doesn't want to be outshone.
To war, then. I'll come too with Sunfire.
Aegon.
Your Grace.
Aegon has this insecurity that drives a great sense of confidence.
I'm as fearsome as any of them.
In this case, he wants to wear the king's armor. He wants to visually push himself forward as a leader.
Aegon is not thinking tactically, he's being impulsive. It's the same old trends in him. His self-awareness is growing, and not in a good way for him because he's becoming more aware of how much of a fraud he is. And it's eating him from the inside out.
Daemon, in the most base of ways, has a fight with his wife, gets in his car, and runs off to Harrenhal to conquer it.
Daemon has gone in his wisdom to try and make amends, I think. We've got to go and march on King's Landing. We need an army, and at the moment we don't really have an army.
Daemon is hoping to meet some resistance in there. He's looking for it, but he's frustrated in the fact that he can't find it because the castle is so poorly occupied.
I'm claiming Harrenhal.
Apparently so.
Simon Strong is Lionel Strong's uncle. He has no loyalty to his family because he is a man of honor and believes that Larys burned his family.
I mean, that's what happened.
Daemon comes in ahead of steam, and all Sir Simon wants to do is have peace.
The most interesting part of the Harrenhal story is what it does to Daemon. He starts to have these hallucinations, these dreams. He's not sure what's real and not real. We know that there is a magicality, and all of a sudden he sees young Rhaenyra, and she means something to him. She meant something at that age, and it also told him that it was a dream.
His past is coming back to haunt him in broad daylight.
The real idea was to bring Daemon into contact with something in the supernatural world that he could not deny.
Damn, that was the perfect moment to have a little interview with Millie.
With my cousin, Lady Jane Arryn. Aegon and Viserys will accompany him. I want you to go with them.
Rhaenyra's made this immediate calculation that her family is unsafe. I mean, they got to her in her home, and there's nothing to say that they can't again. I think she sends away her youngest and most vulnerable children to protect them in a place where they're hidden away and hopefully where they can weather the war.
I mean, granted, you had
a
twin as a Kingsguard,
I
so
think she perceives to be hideously compromising while she's in that grieving process. There's a decision to try and dislocate herself from her own motherhood. I cannot promise to make you happy, but I ask you, make this sacrifice willingly. For all of us.
Your Grace. I think being in a family that has so much power and feeling so powerless, it's heartbreaking when you have such a want to help. It's like confirmation to Rhaenyra of what she's always feared, that everyone just thinks she's pathetic.
She's also the daughter of Daemon Targaryen and Laena Velaryon, and there's a fire burning in her as well. It's really lit by that resentment of being sent on this mission she regards as a bit demeaning.
You do a great service, and may yet find yourself glad to be out of harm's way.
Do not coddle me, Baela. Grant me at least that dignity.
I meant no insult.
Rhaenyra's definitely got some bitterness and jealousy towards Baela, but I think she's also like in awe of her. There's always going to be such a love there. Very classic for sisters.
Should all come to ruin here, you will bear our hope for the future.
She also sends away the 3 eggs that Daemon discovered from Syrax's clutch.
Oh, isn't that...
And the egg of young Viserys Targaryen as an insurance
Isn't
policy,
that,
so that all of her eggs are not in the...
Oh, okay, yeah, that's gotta be...
Hoping that while Lady Jane Arryn wants an adult dragon to
That's...
defend the Vale, the sons of House Targaryen and multiple dragon eggs will do the job.
That's gotta be,
What do you know of the movements of Alicent
Daenerys's
Rhaenyra sees what's coming.
dragons.
She's trying to put an end to it. And to
I know they
Alicent
said in the
to help
history
her
and
see that
lore,
through.
in the fire... No, history and lore for
Her
sure.
job as sovereign,
That they
she would
said...
risk herself before she risks the lives of possibly millions of the realm.
During this... Hold on.
choice, but Rhaenyra also...
I'm used to, like, trying to talk as they're going. But... A dragon during this time, I thought it was Helena's dragon. But I know for sure a dragon during this time. Or where's that summer? The one where the guy got burnt alive. I don't think they're gonna have a show on that one, but with wildfire or something, like he said, I am the dragon or some shit. I don't know. No, I think dragons were gone by then. So I think a dragon during this time has 3 eggs, and those 3 eggs are Daenerys's future dragons. You know, Drogon. Almost said Vhagar. Viserion and She named it after Rhaegar. Rhaegal.
Also wants to look the person who's caused her such pain in the face.
When Rhaenyra and Alicent come together, they're right back to that moment where Viserys died.
He changed his mind. I've been at times unkind, but never untrue.
She has to reckon for the first time with the idea that possibly her father changed his mind, that she lost the mandate.
But when Alicent explains that his last wish was that Aegon be king, and she starts talking about the prince that was promised, that's when Rhaenyra realizes that Viserys was talking about the prophecy.
It's a story he once told. About Aegon the Conqueror.
That story and what she's told herself has given her such strength. This just throws Alicent's world into complete chaos.
There's been a mistake. There's been no mistake. Please.
Rulers can exploit prophecy either knowingly or unknowingly to see through their power and their influence over the realm.
A terrible war is looming, and even victory may be so bloody as to be counted a loss. Do not let your pride blind you. There's been no mistake.
Imagine she said, well,
wants.
all right, well, fuck it
Not
then.
because
Just
Alicent's unwilling to hear it. It's simply because Alicent is saying my power has been stripped away. Even if she wanted to do something, she feels like her hands are tied.
It's too late, Rhaenyra. Alicent.
yeah, that's the true part. I don't know why she kept saying, no, there has been a mistake.
With going to war, and suddenly she chooses her title. She doesn't just inherit it.
Alicent and Rhaenyra are both affected by what they have lost and the history that they have with each other. You don't forget it. So the rest of the season is about embracing reality.
I'm gonna say something at the very end. So if you made it that far, you earned that at least to be in my comments talking crazy if you disagree. And I'm Team Black, so you can't really say anything, bro. So what are we talking about? But yeah, when she was talking about it's too late. Nah, it's too late. There's been no mistake. There has been multiple mistakes. Don't say there has been no mistake. Just, it's too late. No, you can no. It's too late. Father's been dismissed. Aegon's not listening. Aemon, well, yeah, you already know. I don't gotta say much about him. You couldn't even control him as a kid. And now he has Vhagar for like 10 plus years. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think, hold on, now showing season 1. Show me season 2. I'm trying to think. No. Yeah, I think, I don't know which I like better, this episode or the last one. They had some good moments with Helena, kind of like if you know, you know, last episode. They had one with Aegon, but like that's like, I don't know, it seemed kind of like a stretch a little bit, but whatever, I'm gonna let it slide. And I only knew that one because people was posting it online. It was like, oh, the foreshadowing of the show, and I was like, okay, that's kind of a stretch, but whatever. And I only remembered that from the history and lore because of that. But so what I was gonna say was, it seemed like, now granted I'm not someone who's gonna cry unless it's just like spammed and spammed and spammed, like they're doing that with Star Wars, or when it's just like nonsensical. They did it with in the Endgame, and I like Endgame. I got a poster somewhere. It was my third time watching it when they re-released it. I say, yeah, get them back at number 1. And Avatar fucking re-released again. I'm like, bro, it's been like okay, whatever. Anyways, What was I saying? Oh, so unless it's like really spammed like that, I don't really stress. I mean, they're kind of doing it more often. And go check out my boy's reaction. And go check out season 3 compared to season 4. My reactions. Where it's kind of like, oh, the men they don't know what they're doing, blah blah blah. They're trying to go fight in war, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay. I didn't really take it as a big deal. Like, sometimes I agree with Rhaenyra. Sometimes, like I said, she needs to have Rhaenys on one side and Daemon on the other side. Sometimes you got to take that step. Sometimes you need the peace. Sometimes you got to avoid. Sometimes you got to, show that, hey, I'm not the one to be messed with. We're not going to get into politics, but, someone who has been showing a lot of weakness recently. I'm just to leave it at that. But it's kind of a thing of like, oh, women can do this, women can do that. Like I said, I'm Team Black. So you can't really say I don't, Oh, why have... So the counter argument to, they didn't let women do this, is they'll say, oh, women are not good at doing this. You see how even though it was bumpy and there was a bumpy road with Viserys, even with his conflicts, the realm was still not at war. Well, it was at war, but it was at war with other people. The realm itself was chilling. But soon as he going out, Alicent going in, she made a mistake. Now, granted, Otto was kind of just like, let's get straight to it. But hey, she still said he changed his mind. Said nothing to Rhaenyra. And then now it's too late. And now we got to get into the action. So, hey. So, I don't know if y'all did it on purpose, but it's kind of poetic in a way. They're saying that men are the men within the series are the ones that's like pushing for war. And y'all are the ones trying to stop it. But at a time, y'all had a power. Y'all did something that pushed it towards that. There's ways that I can explain more why I kind of like smiled at it earlier. But we gon', if I don't need to say it, I ain't gonna say it. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. If you like the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, share with your friends. Stay tuned for the next one. And I'm out. Peace.